double to triple the citywide average. And as a lifelong son of the Bronx, the subject of asthma is deeply personal. I spent much of my childhood in the emergency room. My life, just like so many of the lives of young people in the South Bronx, felt like a never-ending cycle of asthma attacks and asthma hospitalizations. The Cross-Bronx Expressway is not a natural disaster, it is a man-made disaster against public health. Robert Moses chose to cut the Bronx and construct and disinvestment and environmental degradation. Ever since then, the Bronx has never been the same. And the legacy of systemic racism that he left behind. And through the American Jobs Plan, which proposes $20 billion to reconnect neighborhoods divided by highways like the Cross-Bronx Expressway, presents a historic opportunity to finally reverse the legacy of Robert Moses right here in the South Bronx. And there is considerable precedent for capping expressways with a deck park. Seattle did it back in 1976. Phoenix did it back in 1990. There are major cities in America that either have or will cap their expressways with the deck park. In Boston, there's a project known as the Big Dig, which is so named because it consisted of heavy digging in order to replace an elevated highway with an underground highway. The project took decades and ultimately cost $8 billion, which, when adjusted for inflation, would mean over $20 billion in 2021 dollars. What we are proposing is not the Bronx equivalent of the Big Dig. What we are proposing is not the complete removal of the Cross-Bronx Expressway or reconstruction that would involve expensive and extensive digging. What we are proposing is something simpler. We are proposing the construction of a deck park above the Cross-Bronx Expressway and the installation of filters that would prevent the exhaust from vehicles from polluting and poisoning the air we breathe right here in the South Bronx. And according to the Columbia Mailman School of Public Health, it would only cost $757 million, which is far below the prohibitive cost of the Big Dig. There is no policy or project that would do more to fundamentally improve the public health and life expectancy of the South Bronx than the greening of the Cross-Bronx Expressway. Reimagining the Cross-Bronx Expressway for the 21st century is a natural fit into Andrew Yang's vision for making our neighborhoods more livable, our air more breathable, and our city more equitable, so that every New Yorker could have a fighting chance at a better and longer, healthier, and happier life. The reimagination of the Cross-Bronx Expressway should be part of our citywide recovery from COVID. It should be part of our national reckoning with race, and it should be part of the hope that the best has yet to come for the city of New York and the borough of the Bronx. Without further ado, I'm here to introduce the next mayor of the city of New York, the one and only Andrew Yang.
Thank you, Ritchie. Thank you, Ritchie. It's so phenomenal to have Ritchie talking about the wrongs that we can undo here in the Bronx. And hearing his story about growing up with asthma, I have a son with respiratory issues. There is nothing more traumatizing than when your child can't breathe. And unfortunately, there are too many parents in the Bronx who have that experience. think the biggest thing that's missing from this, Richie, is we need a catchy name for this park. Right? Like the thing that came to mind for me was like maybe it'll be Ritchie Torres Park. Maybe it'll be someone else's park. Maybe someone will come and put up some money to help even on top of the public money, and they'll end up with this park named after them. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a giant new green space and park that's going to connect neighborhoods in the Bronx. It's going to provide recreational space for people that need it, and it's going to reduce noise and air pollution. It's going to improve health outcomes, and it's going to increase the land value and economic development in the area surrounding it. This is a huge win-win-win. This is going to be something I'm so proud to make part of the rebuilding of New York to get out of this crisis. So we do need a catchy name. I am going to point out this visual that is not of the Cross-Bronx Expressway, but this is what's happening in other cities around the country. This is in Dallas, where they're installing a giant tech park over the highway. Why is it that Dallas can get this done and New York City has not been able to get this done? And it's not just Dallas, it's Seattle, as Richie said, it's Boston. In Philadelphia, they're actually capping part of the same highway, just a couple hours away. I'm going to ask the people of New York, if Philadelphia can get this done, why can't we get this done? We are going to get this done. We're going to get this done for the people of the Bronx. I cannot wait to join with Richie and the Biden administration and my friend Pete Buttigieg in saying that we can provide this in a way that's going to help improve the lives of people here in New York, hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers who live adjacent to the park. And of the studies I've seen around what this capping of the highway would mean, this is the one that hit me the hardest. It would increase the lifespan, the expected lifespan of over 200,000 New Yorkers by 2 months. Think about that for a second. If you imagine a decision you could make that would extend the lives of hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers, this is something we must do. This is a moral obligation. So, if you think about the infrastructure needs of the city, we've been talking about shoring up our drinking water supply, we've been talking about clean energy storage, but nothing is more fundamental than when you invest in someone's community in a way that they can see and appreciate every single day. The fact is, you know when someone's investing in you and your community. You also know when someone's disinvesting in your community and installs a massive highway that holds neighborhoods like Tremont back and depresses property values. So we have to invest instead of disinvest. And I want you all to imagine the feeling of the 220,000 New Yorkers who live adjacent to this highway that will then live next to this incredible, vibrant new green space. I want you to imagine them taking their families to play on that space in the way it would make them feel about themselves, their community. I want you to imagine the impact it would have on those neighborhoods and then on the small businesses and the homeowners who make these neighborhoods great. I mean, this is something we can deliver for the people of New York. We're going to make this happen, and we're going to call it, I don't want to put pressure on Richie. Right now in my mind's eye, this is the
Recovery Park.
Recovery Park. You see, Richie's not a naming expert. It's clearly not going to be the Recovery Park. So we're going to have to find a catchy name for it. But this is a vision that I think is going to excite people all over the Bronx and New York City. Capping this highway for 2.5 miles, the Cross-Bronx Expressway, with a vibrant new green space that's going to bring neighborhoods together. And me and Richie are going to put pressure and help the Biden administration send some of these billions of dollars right here to the Bronx, right here to New York City. So Richie, let's get this done. And you and I are going to figure out, if it's not going to be you, my friend, we're going to have to name this park after some great New Yorker. You know, we can ask the people in the Bronx if they want to name it after. But we're going to get this done. We're going to deliver real change for the people of New York in ways that we can actually experience and touch and feel every day.
Great. Some questions? Emily, then Ruben.
Hi Andrew, how are you?
Hey Emily, welcome back.
Thank you very much. The founders of Night Class of Brooklyn was very effective in funding the 2013 mayoral primary, funding a 6-digit campaign against your candidacy. Tell me how you feel about such efforts to upend your candidacy.
Well, I understand that this is a group that's very, very tightly aligned with Mayor de Blasio. And this is a sign of why we need to turn the page of politics as usual. Whereas you have entrenched interest in the current mayor and his allies trying to keep change from happening. They look up and they say, wait a minute, if Andrew Yang becomes mayor, he doesn't know what interests anything. He doesn't know any of the special interests anything. That scares them, but that excites the people of New York. So I say, you know, if you put these special interests against the people of New York, I'll take the people of New York anytime.
That said, you still want Mayor de Blasio's endorsement if he gave it to you, as you said today.
Well, if Mayor de Blasio were to wake up tomorrow and say, hey, Andrew Yang is right, we do need real change, we need to turn things around for the people of New York, I'd accept his endorsement and I want to work with him, but I don't expect that to happen because we all know he's making calls to Eric Adams right now, trying to make sure that the special interests that he serves are well served in the days to come. That's not the change that New Yorkers are looking for in that community. Ruben?
Daily News reported Maya Wiley. She lives in South Park. Basically, she lives in an exclusive neighborhood.
That's right. Yes, you live there. Go on, we got this song.
Thank you, Sophie.
Go on, we got this song. That's right.
Yes,
Come on, let's wake it up. Come on. It's the best one.
No problem. Daily News reported about Maya Wiley. She lives in an exclusive neighborhood south of
He's a
Cross-Bronx
thief. Eric
Expressway.
Adams is a thief.
He actually
He's an honest man right here.
Yes.
Andrew Yang for mayor. Make sure you come out.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Yes.
Give him a chance. Let him know on that spin. He's up against York, but he will win. Yes.
My anti-cop would like say the defund the police is sort of dichotomy. Your reaction to this idea that she has her own private patrol, but is always talking about defunding the police.
I was on a part of Brooklyn this past week, and they had given up on the Department of Sanitation actually picking up trash and doing that work for them in their community, so they started their own organization and then pick up trash that they fund themselves. And on one hand, I found this to be very impressive because it was a community solving its own problem. But on the other hand, I found this to be deeply frustrating because these same New Yorkers pay taxes. They should expect the trash to get picked up, and they shouldn't have to start their own organization to that effect. So the same is true in terms of public safety. We should expect that New Yorkers are getting the safety that we deserve. You know, when the NYPD is or should be delivering that. And so, you know, I would compare the two situations where some communities unfortunately feel like they've been disappointed so consistently by the city that they've taken matters into their own hands. But that's not possible for the vast majority of New Yorkers. It's one reason why we need to change from these leaders and bureaucracies that have not been delivering.
40-0 candidate is always, sort of against the police. At the same time, doesn't necessarily have to worry about crime herself because she has her own private patrol.
Well, you know, I just say the vast majority of the New Yorkers I speak to, are concerned about public safety. I don't believe that defunding the police is the right approach.
I got two questions, one for you and one for Ritchie. There's a new poll out today that shows you trailing Eric Adams by 6 points with 5 days until early voting. If this poll is accurate, how concerned are you that it shows that your support is either stopped or is actually declined?
So we have our own numbers that show a different picture. But at this stage, the only poll that we're concerned with is the early vote that's going to start in 5 days. And we're thrilled with the numbers that we're seeing in terms of the enthusiasm, the turnout. We're excited to win this race.
Now, my question for Congressman Torres is, Congress AOC over the weekend endorsed Maya Wiley. What do you say to supporters of hers who heard that message? Why is she wrong? Why is that going to back Maya Wiley wrong?
As you know, the congressional delegation is divided, and I respect the choice that each of our colleagues made. But I feel like in a moment of recovery, we need a larger-than-life personality. We need a genuine outsider. We need a transformational leader who's going to represent the hope that the best is yet to come to the city of New York. So there's a clear choice. If you're satisfied with the status quo, there are a number of candidates in the race who are either preferred candidate of Mayor de Blasio or former police. But if you want a clear break from the status quo, the only candidate who represents change in the truest sense of the word is Andrew Yang. And that would be my fundamental pick.
Given what we saw Saturday night in Washington Square Park,
that show about changes that need to happen with the NYPD? I know you're not going for funding, you just want funding to the right message. But given what we saw there, how can you assure people that you're going to support your police won't use violence?
Sending cops to ride here in Clear Park is not the right approach. There are other ways that we could clear a park that don't elevate the level of tension and conflict with New Yorkers who are, enjoying an environment on a summer night. And under my administration, we would have an approach that mirrors the concerns and values of our communities, which would not include sending police officers to ride here.
Would you have curfews such as the one that's in place right now?
Oh, I'm not sure if the curfew is the right approach to the concerns of the people near Washington Square Park. But certainly, if you are going to install a curfew, you don't send cops and ride here to enforce it.
Last time I saw you was in New Hampshire when you were. I'm with Swiss Media.
Oh wow.
Does it sometimes strike you that you're now standing in the South Bronx talking about local issues while you were talking 2 years ago about the change with robots coming and all that stuff?
I love being here in the South Bronx talking about improving the lives of hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers. It's exciting, and it's exciting to be campaigning in my home city. We're going to do a lot of good, so I'm enjoying it immensely. I get to see my family every morning and night, which is a massive upgrade, because when I was in New Hampshire with you, that wasn't happening those days.
Thanks, folks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Ritchie Torres Park. It's not going to be called Ritchie.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, sorry about the audio stream. We didn't arrive in time to get our microphone on the podium. And then apparently, I could still hold it and it would probably give us better audio than just the phone mic. In fact, I'm sure it would.
That's okay. I'm so happy to see you, and you can do it. Our new mayor. Power is in the house, honey.
We're going to do it with your help, Sonia.
Right.
So if you all want a picture, let's go in the shade and then... let's
cross the street, folks.
Right now it's all sunny. But if you'd like us to go to anything, we're going to head on over. Over there.
But the guy who was yelling, he was saying, like, Eric Adams wants to steal all your money. Andrew Yang's a good man. Don't vote for Eric Adams. That's funny. I want to find that guy, actually.
I loved it when this passes by.
Anyone have a phone that they want to take it with?
It is much better in the shade. I was like, we do need a name for this park. Because in my experience, everything becomes more real when you throw a name out. Yeah, AOC Park too. We get to do it.
Alright, let's do that. Question. You mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, Eric Adams versus Andrew Yang. Tell me what's the difference.
Oh my God, that's like apples and oranges. First of all, Eric Adams had more scandals than we could ever count. All right, and then you got people that just, I'm voting for because he's black. No, the right man is in the right place. Andrew Yang, and he's a good man. He ran for president. I wish he would have won, but that's another thing. But we got a chance to get him here for mayor of New York City, and people need to come out to the polls in a couple more weeks. And shit, Andrew Yang, don't do all that 5 thing. Just put 1 in there. Andrew Yang, that's it.
Gotcha. And what was your name?
Calvin Hunt.
Calvin, nice to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you too. Oh, make sure you come on, vote. Vote like the light we know.
Perfect.
of this campaign? Signing a book?
Oh, I don't need this man.
Not like,
Pleasure, man.
sorry, brother.
No, he's not happy anymore. You want a picture or anything if you have a phone?
Oh, he got my phone.
Oh, he got it? Oh, Julian's got it. Oh, between you and me, I've got a book about how to fix democracy coming out there here. So I'm pumped about that.
Oh, this is the main concern that everybody wanted to say.
Yeah.
I told you right now.
Yeah, it's not big. Good lighting. Thank you so much.
That's what you
Papa?
did.
You want to say hi to him?
Can I say hi to Andrew?
You can sing him the rap song.
Hey there.
Nope.
New York. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. New York. Always listen to Mom. Mom's always looking after you.
You got it, bro.
See you later. Hope to see you tomorrow.
And then we're going to hang out at DOE for No, she's not hanging out at DOE. Oh my goodness.
Last time I did see them.
Alright, you okay? You hungry? Thanks for being
Say, let's go Mets. Don't wear no Yankee cap.
Let me take the train to place.
We're in person.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but Andrew said, I have a new book coming out on how to fix democracy. And, oh, look who it is. It looks like it's Raymond. How's it going?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Doing well. Tell us, Raymond, why are you out here today? What made you come up to this event?
I'm here because wait, should I correct the fact that it's Edmund or instead of Raymond, or
I'm sorry.
or should I just let it keep going? Well, first name Clark. So why am I here? Sorry, you're asking why I'm here. I came out here because I am the Manhattan canvas director for the Yang campaign, and I was in the Bronx. Figured I'd swing by. I'm glad to see that Yang and Ritchie are joining forces. You know, it's I understand the fit. I think that they're quite the dynamic duo.
Yeah. So, do you have any message for everybody who's watching the stream, just tuning in?
The race is very close. We're in the home stretch. If you live somewhere else, come to New York City. Help us win. This is going to have a ripple effect if Yang gets into office. You know, it's gonna mean a lot for the country. If Yang cannot lose. Yang cannot lose. We need you to get out here and knock doors.
Yes.
Field is what is most important. If you
Homie,
can't
last
do
time
field,
you
do
see
phone
me.
banking. But we need field. If you're listening to this and you're in New York City, text me
All
or
I need
call
is me
me.
and you.
My information. You hit me up on Twitter.
Hello.
Clark_Edmund V. DM me. I will. Let's get you. You can do volunteer work. I can get you a paid position. Let's go. Come work for the campaign. Join the campaign. Be a part of history. But we need your help. Come to New York City and help us knock doors. Matt will put you in touch, right?
I technically can't put you in touch, but I
No,
can ask
he
you
will not.
questions and film.
Okay. He will not.
And
Matt will
I
not
could show people your Twitter.
will not put you in touch, but he will put you in touch.
So you
with
can
me.
follow at Clark_Edmund V, and he will get you all set up. And then for those who tragically can't make it to New York, what advice would you give them?
Phone bank. We need your help. We need to make calls. I mean, even if it's not phone banking, make media, make memes. But the thing is, Twitter is not where we want to be focusing the effort. That's not the battleground.
This is the
Call
way
people.
I
We need
would
to be
think
reaching
about
out
it.
to people, and we need to be making.
Like, what would be more effective in your opinion? Arguing with people who already have their minds made up on Twitter for like 2 hours, or making calls for 2 hours?
Although the former is more cathartic, I think the latter is more productive. Make calls. We need you to phone bank, and what we need is field. Come out here. Come to New York. That vacation you've been waiting for to take after coronavirus is done, make it a vacation where you're out canvassing for Yang and 90-degree sweltering heat. It'll be worth it, and it will be very gratifying when Yang wins. But he needs to win. We need to turn the page in New York City.
Yeah, listen to this guy. He knows his stuff.
Hit me up. If you want to work with the Yang campaign, hit me up. Let's go out there. You can be a part of my canvas team. We'll canvas Manhattan together. Let's go.
There he is, guys.
There. I'll see you there.
Good to see you, buddy. Take care.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you do.
Hey, I just realized you're skipping that.
Yes.
How are
Hi.
you? I'm Emily up from New York.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Work for Yang? Cool.
Not exactly, no.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
I just want to say thank you for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. You know, it's nice to see like cheerleaders in a way.
Yeah.
This is my first time. He's always been so elusive when he comes to my neighborhood in Woodside. So
Okay.
Like I'm missing by like, you know, it's like the Batman or something.
I think I saw a picture of you on Twitter yesterday.
Oh right, because
Like, somebody I think put a picture of you because you look familiar.
I was wearing my kendo uniform, my martial arts uniform.
Gotcha.
But the hat.
Yeah, the hat. The
Jackie,
hat's what I recognize.
Jackie happened to be right there when we were going through turnstile together.
Awesome. What's your name, by the way?
Mark.
Mark. Matt. Nice to meet you.
Good meeting you.
All right, stream. All right, stream. Looks like that about completes today's event. And also, tragically, well, there's multiple ways to look at this. Tragically, this is actually going to be our last stream and our last event in New York City for the time being, as I will be driving home later today. But do not worry. Part of the reason we're driving home is actually so I can go back and work on my home computer. And on my home computer, I have better editing software. So basically, I need to make a Yang versus Adams policy video and a Yang versus Garcia policy video. And I also am going to make like a video called like New Yorkers Love Andrew Yang, and just use all the footage that we've been collecting over the past few weeks of Yang just meeting voters. Because I literally have so many clips that like literally I'm pretty sure I could have like cut out and find like 100 different people who are just like, Andrew, I'm voting for you. And then we just play that back to back to back to back. It would be very powerful. So that's the plan. But then we are going to be back in New York City on Friday. This Friday, 4 days from now. And then we will be in New York City from Friday through the primary. So we'll be here the final 11 days or so, no shortcuts. And in the meantime, I know there's a lot of people in New York City. Personally, I think it's a great idea to come out to New York City. It's a very wonderful place. The weather's very warm, for better or worse. And if you can't make it, there's also other things like that you can do to help the candidate that you support succeed. So that's the message. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And we're going to see you next time. There's history happening here in New York City, and that's why we're out documenting it. And I think everybody should try to come out and see history happen or help make it happen. Is the pizza better there in New York City than... Al, you're funny. Of course the pizza's better here. There's some really good pizza here. Oh, thank you, Soul Joe. Appreciate you, brother. Of course the pizza's better here. Oh, that's funny. Make sure you like the video, listen to Nightbot. We'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.